Welcome everybody to Late Night Dominion episode 18 with special guest host Katrina of Random Cat Asks. Take it away, Beetle.
Yeah, welcome everybody. Episode 18. We're still alive. We are getting a little feedback from someone, I'm not sure. Cat, if you have a fan on, I don't know. But, yeah, we've got your host, we've got Skinny Blank Space, no muscles at all, the Ginger Kid Aegon, and we've got the lovely Cat, the Curious Cat. And yeah, we got a ton of news this week because Gamescom in Germany. So just tune Blank Space out when he reads all the news, and we'll probably have like some. I think we have some sweet pictures to show while we're going through all the links. So, and we're gonna talk about the payment stuff that you all love. Blank. After that smooth intro, would you take it away, please?
Listen, Beetle's been working like 20 hours a day. He's not even sure he knows where he is right now. So we are going to talk about the payment model. If you were there for the big drop and you stopped by my stream, you know we had a good time laughing at people who were upset. Please make sure to send links to Chicken Juice, who is here tonight. So you're going to get a little chicken talk later. Any questions, comments, concerns, again, send it to him in the chat, and we'll get to them. Make sure to follow his Twitch channel. Check out All of Us Cool Cats. See what I did there on Twitter. And make sure to like us on Facebook. Weekly news is a huge chunk, so please bear with us while we cruise through these. You're going to get some cool scenes that were part of a Gamescom screenshot blowout that came from inkgamers.com while I go through this. You get to see pretty shit. We get to give you the news. It's a win-win for everybody. First thing first, DevSpeak. It's about crowd control. This is a huge, big topic. We are going to talk about it in detail in the future. We will, answer a couple of questions as part of Chicken Talk, but as part of to make it part of, a section of the show, we're going to wait. You're going to get the DevSpeak and the official YouTube video. Now, we also found an IGN Rewind Theater. It had Frost talking about a little bit more, and there was actually a little bit of lore stuff in there. So if you didn't see that link, you're going to get it in the chat. Please check it out. It was really cool. Next, we got Gamescom. MMORPG-Life. Somebody's blowing their nose in the background or something. We got new housing details from the Gaffer. You're going to get a link. It's a housing exclusive. There is a video of this same stuff that they talk about. And another link from YouTube. And the next one is there was a presentation. It looks like it was done on the big screen. Someone happened to capture it. And there was a couple of cool things to mention. They talk about expeditions, which are dungeons on your housing plot, war plots. Apparently there was an 80-man war plot battle the other day. You're going to be able to put dungeon and raid bosses currently on your war plot, ? Awesome sauce. And the Sad Panda Poopy Pants war plot reveal at the end of the year or next year, and I say WTF to you, Mr. Gaffer. Of course, the next links are about the payment model. You're going to get the blog version here also. There's a lot to go over, so feel free. Hold on for all your questions and stuff. We're going to definitely get into detail about this if you're watching right now. The first article that we have is from Polygon. I'm not sure if they were the ones who broke it, but we do have a scene that we're going to get to. Aegon, go ahead and wait on that scene until this stuff's done. So I'm going to put wait right here. Basically, Gaffer had this really cool quote. We'll get back to it in just a second. Actually, we'll put that all in second. For your best article over the payment model, I'm going to send you guys the ZAM. They had a really well-written article. I believe it was Scott Hawks. It was 3 pages long. It had a nice breakdown of payment, how much it would cost per year, things like that. And there was also a lot of meat and potatoes to the entire article. It was really worth the read. You have an article from 10 Ton Hammer. We're going to link to you guys. and another IGN exclusive. They get to sit down with Frost and they get to talk about the Wildstar payment model more in detail. You're getting that link thrown at your face. There was, as always, this is a Wildstar show. We find everything that's out there that's interesting, unique, different, awesome. Found a blog about how roleplay is developed. I believe this might have been Brenner. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. So you're going to get the link about many past roleplay mediums. And basically what it said is that, in the game, you're able to develop your character roleplay, but most role players develop it in a written down place, normally on forums, maybe Google document. So it's pretty cool. I guess we can come back to this scene too in a second. We'll come back to the scenes in a second. There was a WS uplink on the race reveal. Aegon got quoted in there, and that's at Atomic's 1911. Basically, it was, did the reveals make you want to switch your faction? And there was some disharmony. Some people definitely wanted to change because of one or the other. But it also created some, anxious feelings from people who were really solid about, I really like my Exiles or Dominion because of X or Y, and it kind of threw things for a loop. So, I'm going to get that link about changing your allegiance. And, all right, let's go back over these scenes. We've got enough of that. How about the Gaffer scene first, Aegon? Is it good? All right. What you're seeing here, guys, is my favorite quote from the Polygon article. It says, "We're not selling you gold pieces. That's creepy. As a developer and a publisher, that can rapidly get evil. Give us money, and we'll give you in-game gold." We're going to talk about it, but the way that this works is even if you're buying CREDD and giving it to other people, it's player-driven. So that money and it stays within the players inside the game. It's not you give us stuff, you get gold, and do whatever you want with it. So the next kind of a cool scene you guys are going to get, it's from Cottonspore over at Wildstar Central. There have been a lot of really cool artists that have been popping up. We love to showcase them when we see them. Someone linked me to this. This is... Vita would have to be one to comment on the type of art that this is. Oh, is my mic messing up again? But
I don't think it's your mic. I think it's I think it might be when Cat types, it just drowns it out or something. I'm not sure. It might be Cat or Aegon. But
no,
type of art. It's colored pencil. Colored pencil. I don't know. It has like a watercolor flow to it though. It might actually be watercolored pencils ? But the feet and the tail have that move to them.
But it's very different from the other realistic game ones that we've seen. Is this like drawn from a specific art styling? Like, you know how I would say certain things are anime-like, some are realistic to the game, very Disney-like. This has a different feel. Is it just the type of pencil, but like the leg shape look different? It just looks. I don't know. I don't know enough shit about art.
I don't know if it has a name style to it. This kind of comes down to, I bet, I forgot the name that you said, but I bet if you look at more of their drawings, this comes down to that artist style. There's people who've seen my drawings in the past and say, yours just it doesn't look super realistic, it just has a certain look to it. And I assume if you maybe looked at the DeviantArt of this one here that you may see similar styles in other drawings. Everybody kind of deviates to what feels right to them.
Okay, all right. Somebody sent it to me. I thought it was really cool. Here at Late Night Dominion, we want, even though we're not playing Exiles, we find their art and it's really awesome. We want you guys to see it. So check them out. And they're, like I said, that is Cottonspore from Wildstar Central. Just found another cool artist tonight. Maybe we'll get to show their stuff next week. The next scenes that you guys are going to see. Excuse me, I got a cough.
Cough.
Did I just cough on my mic?
No.
Okay.
I just said it for you.
Gamescom 13 setup, you're going to see a bunch of... You're going to get links, but you're going to see... Aegon, help me here.
For Comic-Con.
Yeah, well, it's Gamescom, but we're
Or,
going to
sorry,
show you a bunch of
Gamescom,
these,
whatever. Their booth setup from
Yep.
Yeah, this is the booth at the show.
So we got a couple of stills for you there.
as well as the giant Grenache. As well as their giant Grenache they have.
Yeah, that thing is badass. Y'all are getting loaded in chat with stuff we know. If you haven't checked them out, definitely check them out. Also, our friends over at Mission Nexus, as always, they sorted through all of the slides, the DevSpeak disclaimer. I'm going to get that link. There was a discussion about how elitism affects gamers of all skills and their gaming approach, and that was done also by Mission Nexus. And that is elitism has no place here. It was a very cool little article written by, I believe, Chrissy. So definitely go check that out. And a sneak peek from our friends over at Afterlife Gaming from Screenager, their GM. He put up a very raw video of Carbine showing off their Genesis tool, which is what they use to create environments. Again, it's very raw. The sound is loud as shit. But you get to kind of see them throwing things around and talking about it, so definitely check it out. Beetle?
Yeah, I was gonna say mute it before you click that YouTube link, but any designers out there, anybody who wants to look into the game history, it's a cool little thing to see, and it always gets you kind of pumped up to see other tools and how they use them, and it looks like a lot of drag and drop, and a lot of people will notice like the gizmo from 3ds Max or Maya, and yeah, it looks awesome. I wish I could play around with it personally.
There we go. Well, guys, we tried to hustle through the news. This is your notable Wildstar news from the week. We try to collect everything up as always and get it to you so you guys have cool stuff to look at. You know, maybe you missed something. So that was our section there. For the topics of the show, we are going to get into what everyone is waiting for, and that is the payment model. I know there's some Carbine people hanging out. A lot of us are super happy. Nixus was so sad that Canadian internet wouldn't let him be on tonight because he just was beside himself.
Too clogged with syrup.
Yeah, dude. You gotta clean out your routers with your gigawatts. You know, you can't let all that sugar build up in there. So, we are going to get into the payment model. This is a huge section. We would like you guys and girls to be as interactive with this. So I'm gonna try and keep an eye on chat as we go. Sorry, yeah, I did realize that. Thank you, Aegon. We're going to talk about the payment model.
It's also when you're typing Aegon, too, so.
Feel free to comment, put your stuff over here in the chat. So, payment model. Lots of links. A lot of QQ. A lot of crying. We're going to get into some stuff. It's going to get heated. And I do believe somebody picked out of the hat to get to try and be the tier-stained free-to-play player. Who is that again?
I don't know if we really agreed on it, but I can try.
I think
it's we're gonna need like a lot of. We'd like to see a lot of opinion in the chat too, because when it comes down to it, we only have a couple bullet points on the payment model, but we want to, just kind of keep picking and talking about it and see. I mean, when it comes down to it, I think all of us on the show, I can't speak for Kat because I haven't talked to her recently about it, but it's like, I think we're all pretty pleased with what we heard, especially with the CREDD system, but we want to try to get it from different points of view, so I'm going to play the role of the guy who's pissed.
I love the chat. Love it. Free to play is for baddies that don't want to commit to a game. Entitled. Yeah, okay. Let's get into the meat and potatoes, then we'll start talking smack and shit, and it'll be great. So, the business model. What is it? It is... Oh, they had a nice name word for it. You pay for the game, and then you can play to pay for the game. You pay for the game at $60. Comes with 1 month of free time. There you get 2 guest passes. Said it's going to be about a week. The subscription is $15 a month. However, you can reduce that cost per month down to $10.99, which means in a year your subscription would cost $131.88. You're going to be able to get game time cards too, which is always good fun, and you can guarantee that on my stream you're going to be able to win those, just by the way. But I digress. Paying $60 for a game, what the fuck? Guest pass, subscriptions. Let's start stomping into it. Beetle?
Well, one, as a free-to-play player, if I'm looking to play Wildstar and I don't want to pay money, words, dude. I'm gonna watch Blank Space's stream every day and try to win myself a game card. But the thing is, from the get-go, I'm gonna have to buy the $60 game because I'm assuming you can't just plug a game card in and it starts downloading because everybody's got to buy the box. Right. So, as a free-to-play gamer, I'm gonna start stealing people's identities, probably, using their credit cards to build up copious amounts of debt. And I don't know if I can do this. I'm gonna try, but it's just like, if you got to find other means if you're trying to pay for your thing. All right, $60. I'm a free-to-play gamer. I can handle that. I can go buy, Halo for $60 and play it all the time. I can afford the $60. I get my 30 days of time. As a free-to-play gamer, if I can afford that, in 30 days' time I don't like it, I can drop it. 30 days' time I love it, you gotta look for, contests like that. You can find other means. Sell plasma. I don't suggest it. But
bro, you're doing it so fast.
It's not gonna be that tough. I can't handle it. I love the payment. I love it.
Okay.
F you, free to play.
Listen, everybody knows how strongly opinionated I am about this. So, don't send me hate mail, but I'm going to play. Tonight's role play is going to be Blank, the free-to-play, entitled fucking MMO gamer, where I'm going to, as best as I can, fight for why this game should be free to play. Do not get shit twisted. Anything that comes out of my mouth is more than likely horse shit. But there's the same arguments that I've read all week. So yeah, someone just said, oh no, this should be good. You are correct. So, let's get into this. $60 for a game? Why am I going to pay $60 for a game where all the other games, these other MMOs that come out, are free? $60 is a lot. It should be more like $20. God, and who knows how much this cash shop may or may not be and what they're going to put into it. So every other game that comes out, like that awesome one, Guild Wars 2, dude, I could play that game with my friends all day. We get to go into world versus world all day. It's so much fun. And I don't have to pay $60. This is bullshit.
Kat, what is your rebuttal to him?
Well, even for Guild Wars 2, you had to pay $60 to get the box. And, let's see. Don't think of anything. The CREDD system especially is not going to be the problem. Oh gosh, I can't think right now.
I put her on the spot.
Somebody else. Yeah, he put me on the spot.
What she's trying to say is, Blank, you're dumb.
It's not fair. It's not fair. Listen, all the people, this is going to be play to win, okay? It's going to be pay to win because all the hardcore people are going to do, they're going to buy all the credit and they're going to have all the credits all the time and they're going to sell them and have all the gold. And listen, I only want to play 1 hour a week with my friends in the starting zone, so I'm going to waste $60 for nothing. I can't go anywhere. This is not fair. If this game is so awesome like they say it's going to be, I should totally be able to play this game for free. I mean, look at all the other games out there that have these really cool backstories that everybody knows, like Elder Scrolls Online. All of my friends know about Elder Scrolls. Nobody knows about Wildstar. This game, nobody even cares. They're trying to build up their so-called lore, but it's really boring. What do you guys have to say about that?
If you're so set on playing free-to-play, I only have an hour. You already paid the $60. In your 30 days of free game time, farm your little free-to-play tushy off. And, oh no, I have enough gold to buy whatever this person put their cred up for. If you really want it, son, if you really want to play the video game, you gotta work for it.
But
I just want to tell you
to play.
F off, mostly.
I don't want to work hard in these games. I play them for fun, okay? Not everybody is able to just sit around and grind all day. I play these games for enjoyment. Oh, what was the other good one? Hold on. Role players are totally not going to play this game because role players are just going to sit around and then their month time's going to be gone and they can't buy new credit. There's definitely no role players out there like myself who aren't going to subscribe to this game. Sorry, I'm getting lost. That one, sorry. There was somebody who commented that role players were disgusted with a subscription and this model because there was no way they could generate income or gold because all they did was role play. So therefore, this system was turning role players away from the game, and my head exploded, and I had to literally walk away. So, sorry. Let me get back into my okay, so what you really don't understand, obviously, is you have to subscribe. Now, I really want to talk about this game. Nobody knows about it. They're building it from a totally new place. Okay, look at Elder Scrolls. This game has been around forever. Even the new games are going to come out like EverQuest. Everybody knows about that game. Nobody knows about Wildstar. So why should I be interested in paying $60 and then $15 a month to play this game? Beetle?
I think... Oh, thank God you called me because I was about to talk. I think everybody in chat will agree with me. Those of you that are so angry about it and say that no one knows about this game, I'll be hanging out on, main city, even housing plot, and just sitting there and just being like, I'm so glad none of those people are here right now because they didn't want to pay the money. This is real luxury. And it'll be just a better place. Like a lot of people say, oh, you get rid of a lot of the trolls when you lose free-to-play. There's still going to be trolls. I guess we kind of talked about this last week. Everybody's going to know who the trolls are.
You just get rid of the poor trolls.
$15 to troll me, yeah, it's just like, if you're paying $15 a month to troll me, good investment. Like, way to go. Sorry. I'm not passing it.
What you don't understand is that there's so many other people that would play this game if it was free. And because I'm entitled to free shit, they should be giving it to me for free. I don't mind having a cash shop where I can buy the coolest items ever without ever having to raid. I mean, that's what I love about Terra. I go into the game and I bought this really cool sword for my Slayer, and no matter what happened, no matter how much money and stuff I got, I was able to change its color to red. Still a cool sword, right? So why not do that with this game? Why not just have a cool cash shop and make the game free so all of my friends, all my Brazilian friends who want to play, can come play with me? This is bullshit.
Hey, watch your mouth. Watch your mouth, the Brazilian. Rafe's gonna get pissed. I know he's in chat.
I know he's in chat being like, y'all talking shit about Brazilians?
Look at that. You just woke up Rafe, and now he's pissed. So, yeah, one, free-to-play players, racist, one. Two, they don't like to hang out with Brazilians, also racist. So, what I'm trying to say is just free-to-play players are just bad people. And
Listen,
I mean-
not all of us free-to-play players are casuals. I like to call myself a casually hardcore player. And what I mean by that is I get on for
God.
1 hour a week, but I play hardcore for my 1 hour, okay? I play really hard, and I pick all the flowers. Just because nobody wants to buy my flowers on the auction house, I'm not going to be able to buy your credit. That's not fair. Listen, what I think they
pick better
should
flowers.
Nobody wanted
What
your
they
Tom
should
flowers
do-
anyways.
Yeah.
What they should do is they should consider a different payment model. I'm actually thinking about getting all of my lazy, casual friends together to try and sign a petition to tell the developers that we want this game for free. And we're willing to buy tons and tons of housing items so that we can sit around and pick flowers in our houses to play this game. $60
know-
is not worth it.
I know you're trying to act, but I'm actually getting pissed at you. I know you're fake, but I'm actually getting angry. So that's good.
Listen,
Means he's
what
doing
you
a good
don't
job.
understand is they're just saying the same thing everyone else says. They're gonna make you pay $60, and there's gonna be like 2 million people that pay this, and I'm just gonna wait for an entire year until this game goes free to play because it sucks, because there's no content, because there's no end game. Even though they've told me that that's not the case, and I'm totally gonna wait until that time to come play your game. What do you think about that?
Well, we won't miss you. So, enjoy waiting.
Yeah, now
Nobody
accepting
will
a
miss you at
new
all.
now accepting a new GM for the SVG division. All right,
Oh, Lord.
can we talk now about how we like this, and you can
Let's-
stop acting?
Because I'm terrible at it, we will stop. Let's get into all of why everything I just said is terrible. Number one, any game that's everything comes down to, is it worth your time? So, you go watch a movie that cost you $15, you get to watch it for 3 hours, that's it. 3 fucking hours. You pay $15 to play a game that you get to play with new friends, doing cool content, getting cool gear, doing shit that's exciting and fun and in depth. What the fuck? $60 is kind of on the high end for what we've seen for games coming out. But again, it comes down to quality. I'm not going to pay fucking, $20 for cube steak, but I will pay that for filet mignon served by a hot chick with big tits.
What?
It's all in the worth of what you're getting. We've been told that these guys and girls that are working at Carbine are focused on giving us content so that they know that people are going to blow through the content as quickly as possible. No matter what they think that's going to be, it's always shorter. There's always some developer that's like, holy shit, are they already doing that? They're planning for that. And they're already planning that, hey, we know this is a thing, so when people get to the max level to Elder Game, we have things for you to do. We have not just one. It's not just one linear thing. They have, this. They've got friggin' things on your war plot to do. Excuse me. They have things on your house to do. Like they were saying, they have dungeons. There's adventures. There are multiple things to do. I like to call them wonderful time sinks. We're going to start getting in first person to start bullshitting. Beetle, go ahead.
Yeah, and just gonna go off some of the stuff in chat here. I think it was Zilva saying you can go spend $15 at Taco Bell. You have to fucking try to spend $15 at Taco Bell. I can usually only push like $9 or $10, and that's because I'm fat. The other thing, what did I see? $15 is 2 drinks at a bar. Gaming sub. I don't know where you live, but that sucks. I'm in Wisconsin. The drinking fountains are usually rum or vodka. But $15 a month sub, I enjoy it. I look forward to, maybe paying a year off. I'm thinking I might do maybe a 3-month or 6-month payoff, and then, try to pay the rest off with CREDD, just because it'd be fun to try to do it. I don't know. Plus, I can just ask Onres how to make money. But the thing with the 15-month sub is I do hope they have some plan in the future for what content they're going to add. Of course, everybody says $15 a month feeds the content loop. That's how you get updates. They could just say $15 a month and say, screw y'all. 7 months down the road, here comes your update. I'd like to see, I don't want to say Guild Wars, but I'd like to see, 2 to 3 week intervals, or at least big patches. That at least means like, hey, we're still here, we're fixing things, we're trying to listen to you, nerf fucking hunters. But I love the sub, and I look forward to see what they plan to do for it. Kat, what do you think?
I've always liked having a subscription for a game. The $15 a month, that's 50 cents a day. You can find it in your couch cushions. $60 for the game, that's any other game you're going to buy for computer, for Xbox, for whatever. You're going to pay that much and get maybe 30, 40 hours of play if you're lucky out of those games. That's about all that you can get. But for $15 a month, Carbine has already said that they are planning to do monthly updates, that they have them in the works to be able to be updated monthly with the solo content, with raid content, with everything that you can think of for in-game content. They are going to be putting it out monthly. And so that's what I'm saying my $15 a month is going towards, is having the time to play and giving them the money to be able to continue to give us those monthly updates. And hopefully eventually in the future they might be able to do what Guild Wars 2 is doing the every other week thing.
Mm-hmm.
And Aegon.
Yeah, for me, I mean, as a long-time ex-Eve player, I think the system's awesome. I used to easily spend a whole weekend grinding out like a trillion ISK and paying for my playtime, for an entire year. So it's been, and now that I actually have the money to actually pay monthly, it's no problem for me. I mean, if you can't pay a monthly fee for a game that's worth it, a game that's going to update, a game that so far we have faith in developers to keep the content coming, and don't play it. The systems they've offered are excellent choices for the well-off gamer with the money to spend and the gamer with time to play. I mean, it's a good choice either way around. Go ahead, Blink.
You are paying an initial fee for a game that's worth it. The difference between Wildstar and the other games out there, and I'll keep saying this, and I'll say it on Twitter, and I don't give a fuck who gets pissed about it. They said, we understand the MMO system. We've looked at League of Legends and Dota, and even what took Guild Wars 2 an entire year to pull their head out of their ass. We know that players want content. They lose shit tons of extra money when there's nothing to do. When the hardcore have nothing to achieve, when the content generators have no content to generate because there's nothing there, when the streams are boring because it's the same stuff, people leave. They've already said, look, we know this is an integral part of keeping people in our game. So not only are we going to make sure to have the things you're looking for, the war plots, the arenas, the battlegrounds, the raids, the dungeons, the solo content, but when you hit max level, it's not going to be shit that you blow through quickly and have nothing to do. They already have a workaround in place. I have yet to hear another developer, anyone else that's out there, including EQN, Arcade, anyone else, to come out and say that we know about our system designs and flaws and we are going to do something about it. Most of them just say, look at our shiny this, look at our this or that. And when you ask them a hard question, they duck around it like the skinny kid you can never hit in dodgeball. Not Wildstar. And that's why
What?
15 bucks is not a problem. I feel confident that they at least know about the issue and that they're working to fix it when this game launches. So, Beetle. Wildstar is a skinny kid, J-Tal, stop it.
That threw me off, but also I feel this needs to be addressed because it's in chat. Ben Affleck's gonna be Batman? I'm pissed off. You pissed me off again.
No way in hell. No.
It only would have been worse by picking Matt Damon. God, no.
Matt Damon.
All right. Matt Damon. All right. I'm gonna punch dance out my rage after this to some '80s jams. All right. We're gonna move on to the CREDD system, I believe, Blanket Space.
Yeah, let's go ahead.
And what we enjoy about that. I enjoy it because that is what I believe what Gaffer is talking about when he said hybrid. Not a lot of games do this. We have seen it more recently. I think it's a cool alternative, especially if you're good at making money in the game or if you play enough that it's a possible alternative for you. It just adds... I mean, it just adds to the game. I think it's cool. You could also, if you make enough gold in game, what they said with the shares, you can buy it when it's low enough, and then I believe, someone correct me if I'm wrong, I believe you can buy it when it's low enough, and then put it back up when it's high.
Yep.
You know, you could be Mr. Stockbroker. So it's like, you can, if you already paid for a year, whatever, you don't need the time, but if you're trying to dabble with some cash, that could be pretty awesome. Hang on, what do you think?
Man, it's definitely a cool system. I mean, in EVE, it was an awesome system, you know. Even before it was an official system in EVE, I mean, it was already a player-driven system with players selling game time cards for in-game ISK. And the market fluctuated on how much people wanted it. I mean, I thought it was an awesome system. I mean, I never paid for a single month of EVE when I played it just because I made money playing the game and bought my time there. I mean, nowadays I don't have the same amount of time to grind like I used to, so I'll be paying a subscription fee. But for those with the time, I think it's an awesome system. In the way that Carbine's doing CREDD, I mean, you can end up getting your game time incredibly cheap if there's an overabundance of CREDD on the market. Go ahead, Blank.
Taking a deep breath on this one. CREDD costs $20. Real money, real dollar bills. Subscription, bought for a year, cost you $10 and some odd change. It is more effective to sub, and their drive is, I gotta find the quote here. They're looking to encourage people they're incentivizing people to commit for a long time. CREDD is money that, okay, yeah, you give some to the developer, but you're trading it with other people. That keeps a lot of that econ stuff, and I would love for one of the econ guys to come in and drop some knowledge bombs in here. It balances out inside your server. I do believe I read that they are within a server, question mark. Please do not make this something that can be a worldwide, game-wide market, because my brain will probably explode.
They may have to, though.
That's
Sorry
terrible.
for cutting in.
No, but why? Okay, so with credit, the way that it's done, you put your credit up. I keep saying credit. I love it. You put your credit up, and it goes onto the XS, SC, whatever the hell they're calling it, their additional commodities market. You are whoever the lowest bidder is, from what I understand, the lowest number. If you look at the market and they're up there for 10,000 gold, and you decide to put one up for 9,000 gold, it doesn't show. And somebody here, I hope, friggin' says yes or no. One of you Carbine people. It doesn't show who put it up. It just shows the lowest one to buy. Therefore, if you've got, it's a true money sink. If I've got a shit ton of money, let's say I buy my CREDD early on because I have extra money. I buy, CREDD at this 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,000. But then when the system stabilizes, it's at 20,000. I'm going to be able to sell that and make a profit. But I would have to be trading my in-game time for that, because I would have to be farming fucking flowers, craftable stuff, selling something, doing lots of quests, whatever it is, to be able to buy that. So there is some sort of balance that econ nerds would be able to explain to me. but it balances out within the server. If you made it game-wide, I feel like that would just be destabilizing. Again, I don't know econ stuff very, very well at that like macro level, but I feel like it would balance really well on a server. Most servers hold about 8,000 to 12,000 people. Am I right, Beetle?
It honestly depends on the game.
Okay. It's several thousand though, right? It's not.
Yeah,
they're
absolutely.
Not, yep. Okay. So within that, system, once it's breathing and going, of course there's the instability of launch, but then after that, I'm the kind of person that would buy a shit ton of cred early on, but in this system, that necessarily wouldn't be a wise financial choice for me because it's not a ratio that I can balance. Like in Guild Wars 2, we bought fuckloads of those coins because they traded in and you got money, and it equated much stronger. You could buy cred and sit on it for so long that the worth actually decays. No, I'm getting kind of deep, but it's not a pay-to-win system. It is actually one that incentivizes inter-gameplay within servers, and you're actually knocking off the gold sellers. Sorry about that rant. Kat, go ahead.
I like cred a lot because, we'll see. In the first month of the game, nobody's going to be buying cred because there's not going to be any gold out there to be able to buy the cred with. Or else it's going to be really, really low amount of gold that you sell it for, so it's not going to be worth it to actually buy the cred and sell it for maybe 50 gold. But the thing that I can see being done with cred is guilds giving them out as incentive to the best players in their guild and stuff like that. And it'll be really good for guilds. They'll be able to get more people in, and if somebody's having a hard month that month and you still need your main tank and he's having a hard month, and you can pay for him to have a month of playtime or something like that. I think that would be a really smart way to use the cred for a guild. And Beetle, if you want to talk again.
Yeah, like someone says in chat, you can't trade cred, but I think Kat was more hitting on the fact that you could buy it for them, or you could have just the giveaway within the guild. I could PayPal someone $20 if they win the contest in the guild.
Well, there's what they've said, and we want to be clear here. What Kat is talking about, and it's something I was going to mention. Let's say Beetle wins our guild event this month. I would then tell him, go get on the auction house. I'm going to sell this cred at 1 gold. He's going to be sitting there waiting for it and be able to pick it up. More than likely, that's how something like that would work. Because you're not able to gift it or give it away. So there are, as always, workarounds like that. But anyways, Beetle?
Or just give him the amount of gold that you'd need.
That too. There's multiple workarounds right now that could be done if you can't directly trade it. Guilds will figure it out. It shouldn't be that big a deal. But the thing, I think Josh said earlier that he said he saw that it was confirmed to be server-based for cred. And my only thing with it was, initially I was thinking it shouldn't be server-based because of the low quantity of it that would probably be seen within the first few months. Or within the first month, rather, but then, you realize, all right, after the first month, when 30 days run out and people start looking for that, and like Kat said, initially people aren't going to be wanting to sell it. If you're thinking about it, you're not going to want to sell it, because the more people play the game, the higher that's just going to get. The more gold that's actually in the game space as time goes on will just increase the price of it. It's just like you look at, why do we keep saying Terra? It's probably because we're just messing around in it recently. But like a mount in Terra that when the game first launched was 300 gold is now probably on that auction house for like 12k gold, 15k gold, even higher than that sometimes, just because there's so much more gold within the game at that time. So you might be able to make some money in the beginning, but yeah. But also I think, cred will be server-based if it isn't confirmed. I just hadn't seen it myself, Josh. Sorry. Blank.
Somebody just said 14.4K. It's a good system. Somebody did make a really solid argument that I wanted to mention. The reason that the cred/plex system works so well in oh my goodness, what's the other game that uses the system?
Eve
is because
EQ.
it's a sandbox MMO that is driven, has a very strong driven player economy. They've already said it. Gaffney said it, I believe, in the ZAM article, where he said, we know our systems, and we are going to make sure that we have both faucets, which are quests and things that you do to get gold, to get liquid assets and whatnot, and things to sell and buy and trade. But we're also going to have massive gold sinks where, you know, I'm the type of person who has, from the hardcore stance, I will have cred, and I will be putting it on the auction house 3 weeks. When 3 weeks comes after launch, my cred will be on there, and I will more than likely be putting them on there at the lowest price over and over, I don't care, to generate gold. Because unless gold is super, super easy to get, having liquid funds at that time is going to be the best for me, and I don't mind contesting that with other people. More than likely, though, after that first 2 or 3 months, I won't be so strapped for cash, for in-game currency, so I'll be able to play the market and actually position myself better financially, both in-game and out-of-game, to sustain myself. But it's there for those who want to do that. I mean, I'm willing to take a huge chunk at first to be able to be the first crafter to have all the max crafting crap, or to be able to give all that shit to Onres, who's able to make our crafting guys the best crafting guys, you know what I mean? But for those that are like, bro, I just want to play for a little bit, they're able to buy super fucking cheap cred that's mine to continue to play. To me, that's just win-win-win all around. The only time I see this being a problem would be 2 or 3 expansions down the road when inflation and, you know, everything from stat inflation to gold to all that sort of stuff becomes an issue, and then you're paying $20 for cred, but you're able to then basically sell it for 30 or some stupid stuff where they're just imbalancing things that just don't make sense. Econ, break math nerds. Anyways, sorry. There was also, I did want to mention, somebody and ask, you know, what happens if after my month I don't get any cred, or I have enough gold, or I have cred but I didn't consume it like a potion. There was a rumor, I don't have a link, about being able, or the potential to be able to log in for a limited time to drink or consume your, you know, your cred to push ahead your time. Don't know about that, but I think it's kind of cool. What's that?
I think that Gaffney or somebody said that they're going to have a way to log on to your account online on a website to be able to use your cred that way.
There we go. Yeah. It's confirmed from 2 people, so okay.
That's what I was going to say. They're not going to have you log into the game for 30 seconds and click it. They'll do it through an account system online. But then it's interesting. I guess they probably link it to your inventory. They can see it in a character's inventory and then it says account activate. Whatever. Yep. Semantics. It'll probably work.
Sorry, reading some of the stuff that's going on here for me.
Well, we can post this Wildstar Central thread that has some discussion going on about it.
With the credit system. I do want to mention that there was a lot of QQ, and there were a couple things that I said, you know, 2 people when I put up my stream, but I'm going to re-say them here. Not only as a part of SFG and SVG, but in the experience I've had with developers in the past, I've yet to find them as open about everything from somebody leaked our patch notes, we're going to show them to you too. They knew from the beginning they needed to have a strong community, and they focused on that. Their payment model shows that they listen, are interested in deterring things like gold farming and things like that. But also, even as Gaffney said in that quote, they're not looking to just cash in and then bail the fuck out a year from now. And, you know, I'm really, really, really hoping on that that's what they're looking to do. They're not looking to just, you know, get their Guild Wars 2 money and run and then a year later fix all the shit or some of the shit that's broken with it so that the casuals can continue to play the game. Nobody cares. Buy Guild Wars 2. that's why we're here now. This game is going to give us stuff to do on our servers for hopefully a long, long time coming. We don't. This is an action MMO. Of course, it won't be for everybody, but we're hoping that people start make that transition here and really, really enjoy the lore and the story that they've built. And there's a lot of people out there that are driving content, whether it's these amazing websites, the artists, the people making music and things like that. Hopefully this game can kind of see the same sort of fortune that the game Eve has had. They don't have the biggest numbers, but they have one of the strongest communities I've ever seen, and they've been around forever. I'm kind of hoping that Wildstar is that next sort of thing where we may not have 10 million subs, but we might have 5, 6, 7, and we continue to grow and grow and grow because the game is freaking awesome and they listen to the community. So, anyways, shall we pop into chicken talk there, Beetle?
Yeah, we shall. So, that was the topic for today. I'd love to see more talking on the Wildstar Central thread about the CREDD system, stuff like that. But we're all glad to see we have a payment model. We know what we're going to be paying, all that good stuff. Ton of news from Gamescom. We have PAX coming up soon, too, which is going to lead to more stuff and more fun times. But now we're going to get Chicken Juice has compiled the questions for tonight's show, and we are going to get into those. All right. First question today is from 9. Chicken, do you think that Carbine should offer a lifetime sub option?
No.
I like to see lifetime subs for people that want to pay for it. Blank
No.
says no. Anybody else? Quick answer.
Pure marketing
No.
bullshit.
No, it's bullshit.
That's all it is. It's
How is it?
that is the listen. That's the same
Do
thing
you wanna
Firefall
pay?
did. No. Lifetime subs are marketing bullshit. They are
Yeah.
buy our lifetime stuff, but then they change things. The fucking population changes. A new community manager comes in. Whatever, and then that lifetime sub is not worth as much, or you need to pay for this other thing. Firefall just did it. They just did it. And everybody that bought that $100, $120 founder pack were fucking furious. No thank you. Lifetime sub options are nothing but marketing, fucking gold cover a turd. I'll take my year subscription. I'll buy my cred. No thank you.
I just, I think if you want to pay for it, go ahead. But I do agree with Keth saying that it's cursed, because there have been several games in the past that have implemented them and then just been like... Didn't Star Trek Online have one? I feel like they did.
Any game that's had one has gone down the drain.
That's what I meant by cursed Aegon.
Like City of Heroes were the first ones to do it, and they went down the drain.
That didn't go down the drain. That game was the shit.
It went.
Don't knock
It doesn't
my
exist
outfit.
anymore.
Wanna
I think
fight?
it went down the drain.
We're gonna fight.
We're gonna fight, bitch.
Fighting them.
We're gonna fight. We're gonna fight right now.
Alright. Chad W. I'm a superhero. Chad W. asks, how will CREDD affect the market in Wildstar? Evesplex works well just because just about everything in the game is made by the players. How will this work for a normal MMO? They won't implement it the exact same way as Plex. Is how they'll make it work for their game. I'm not going to be carrying around CREDD in my pockets on a PvP server, and if I die, I'm going to drop my CREDD. Because F me. That would suck. They'll tool it to their game. It's not going to be the exact same thing as Plex. Blank.
They've already said, again, yes, in EVE, it's part of their, gold sync. And players make a lot of their shit, so therefore they are able to manipulate the market to then buy Plex. That's what they're saying. They're making CREDD. They're going to have it as, okay, I have the ability to buy $20 and get a CREDD. CREDD goes for X amount of gold. With that gold, I can then piss that money away into stuff for my house or a new mount or whatever. So, if you are able to purchase it and then sell it at the lowest number and happen to get yours sold, cool. It's there as part of the gold sync economy and gold faucet. Somebody has to have the gold to buy it. So it's going to be interesting, but just because everything isn't going to be, like everything in your house isn't going to be made by a player, doesn't mean that you're not going to want to buy that shit with gold, and CREDD is going to be one of the economic tools to get you there.
All right. Andrassi asks, why is it that the Wildstar Reddit community thinks that there is a cash shop?
Because they're stupid.
Because the
They're
Wildstar
stupid.
Reddit community, yeah, they like to blow things out of proportion and base things off of little leaks they get. Like they might get like one line from some, you know, compiler that said like cash underscore chua shop dot CSV, and they're just like confirmed cash shop, that kind of stuff. So we usually don't associate with the Reddit. I'm kind of bummed about it. I wish the Reddit wasn't so based on leaks and stuff, because I actually really enjoyed the Guild Wars 2 subreddit because I didn't like their forums. But Kat.
I've heard Carbine people say that things might be in a cash shop if that's what they decide to do, if they decide to have a cash shop. And they've said in some of those interviews that it's possible that somewhere eventually, maybe possibly down the line, they will have a cash shop. But right now, there's not one. And also from that thread that we had linked a minute ago, there's people in there saying that the cred stuff is pretty much a cash shop, because you pay cash, you get the cred, you sell it for gold, so then you're just buying it for cash. That's pretty much what I've seen people saying why it's a cash shop.
Yeah. And I know Nix doesn't want me to quote that either.
Yeah.
I know he doesn't want me to quote that either, but they specifically said there is no cash shop plans at this time, which I know just breaks his little heart. But if they go out specifically to say that as a producer and as a PR thing, that means they're covering their butts for something. Zilvis asks, as for CC, how rage filled with things like blind and confusion, what?
He's asking about CC, how, if you guys watched that video, you know, how pissed off you're going to be when you get blinded and can't see shit. And, you know, confusion when you're trying to run one way and you're running another.
I think it's to be awesome and hilarious.
I can answer that for you. I think it sucks. Let me tell you, I talked about it when we first saw Blind on another video. This is an action MMO. You know, this isn't a hit tab, hit my macro that does 3 things, hit my other macro that blinds is a... No. This is I need to see you to hit you. And if I'm trying to hit, you know, W to go forward or go side to side with A and D, and they're making me go opposite fucking ways, the rage, it's definitely going to be disconcerting, that's for sure.
That'd be horrible, having to figure out which way's up, which way's down, which way's...
Well, I love
everywhere.
I love the challenge of it. It's gonna be hilarious.
Yeah, it'll be like the mini game from Mario Party, Topsy Turvy or whatever it was called, or whatever the music one was. But I think it's creative. I loved what I saw from the tether, so that's how they're just creative like that, and it's part of this video game. Arbicus asked, do you guys think Carbine will look into a player studio of sorts similar to SOE's?
Doubt it.
100% no from me.
Nope.
Because they would have mentioned it by this time. It is possible with their housing system that maybe you could build stuff in there and save it out, but I just don't think it's in their deck of cards.
Sony's already got the ecosystem built for that, so I don't see that coming from Carbine anytime soon.
All right.
I gotta back up. Hold on. When it comes to the CC stuff, when we're talking about rage, as a competitive player, that stuff, yes, there are workarounds. You get used to it. Awareness. Okay, I'm confused. I'm just gonna sit here. If there's a way to break out of it, cool. Like I said, we're gonna talk about it in the future. I find it. I've said this before. Here are MMOs. You know, here's Wildstar. That's that next level of shit where I'm blinded. You then have to, just like with map awareness in a game like League of Legends. I know mid is coming here. It takes him 5 seconds. In 3 seconds, he's here. You know that with blind, the person's potentially here, and you move around it. For most other players, it shouldn't be an issue. But for those moments where there's not a damn thing you can do and somebody times it well, so you're tethered and confused and that is really going to suck, especially when it comes down to, high skill play where people are CCing and dropping them specifically for burst or to get away or things like that. So, anyways.
All right. Josh asks, best guess, what do you anticipate the cred selling for in gold? There's no way to anticipate that. think it'll be a lot. It'll probably be at the rate of like 250% of what somebody makes in a week.
And it'll start low and then skyrocket from
Normal
there.
play.
No.
Yeah, there's nothing to put it in perspective right now. It'll be a lot.
We don't even know how much gold or coins that a quest would give at any level.
Mm.
So we can't really make any educated guesses at all.
Alright.
Semi-uneducated guesses.
Yeah, it's pure speculation. Next question, Andrasi asks, I can't afford to eat and I can only afford to play because my internet comes with my rent. How can I afford to play Wildstar? You can't. But
You can't.
Chef Boyardee is 83 cents a can. If you do need to eat.
Lots and lots of ramen.
Ramen noodles. Ramen noodles, salt packets, thrown in your ramen noodles, get some bread. I don't know. What's cheap meat? I don't even know. That's if you can't afford to eat, how can you afford it? You can't. Bitch, you can't even afford to.
If you can't afford to eat, you shouldn't be playing on the computer.
You should probably get yourself down to the shelter and go to bed, because that's just. Anyways.
Probably college students, that could be it too.
Did you guys see that in chat? Buy bread and save your bread.
There you go. Rafe asks, ketchup on crackers is the best. Never do it. How do we think the auction house system will be with a thing that you can only see the lowest price for the item without seeing the person that put it in for that price? I believe they said the CX is a separate entity, so the CX may not show the name, but the auction house could still possibly show it from what I read in the CX thing.
Yes. Yep.
So, two separate things. Domichi, wouldn't you be better off buying playtime cards? I assume this is in perspective with CREDD. Who's to say that their playtime cards aren't going to be CREDD cards?
And their playtime cards are going to
Kill
cost.
two birds with one stone.
And their playtime cards are going to cost the same as a monthly subscription. So if you can't afford that, then you know.
It'll probably be max subscription too. Hold on here.
They'll probably do it the way other games do, and they'll offer a 30, 60, 90-day, game time card at the same price you'd be paying, for standard rate.
That kind of seems weird to me. I guess they don't want to exclude people, but then the CREDD cards are $20 versus the game time card being $15. Why not just spend?
It'll be the same as a subscription. It'll be the same as a max subscription.
Yeah.
15, 30, and 60 day game time cards. So the way that those normally get monetized is 15 will be probably $7 or whatever. 30 will be 15, and the 60 day is $30. So it will be based off of the max subscription time. Normally is how that gets done. So
Dimitri says that was in regard to getting time for guildies to play. Yeah, you could always just buy the.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that actually would be a better idea, unless the guildies would like to sell the CREDD for gold. Then you could still probably buy the CREDD card and just send them the serial code for it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, good idea. Rafe, question for Kat. How does she think housing items will be regarding crafting or things you can buy and sell in the auction house? And what would you prefer?
I think they have said in previous patch notes from one of them, thing I remember is that they said that there was references to a crafting profession that was making things like windows and things like that for the houses, and so you'll be able to craft those and sell them on the auction house. And they've also said that you'll get different crafted or different housing items from drops everywhere around the world. So it doesn't really matter. I'll be getting all the architect. That's what it's called. I'll be getting all the housing things I can and making the best house I can. And poor Nixus isn't here to talk about it with me because I've already claimed him as my roommate. Nobody else can have him. And I just like the idea of housing. I've never played a game with housing before, and it's gonna be lots of fun. Yeah. And I'm gonna spend most of my time there. and hopefully send somebody out to go farm me gold or sell creds to get gold so that I can fund my housing addiction that is most likely forthcoming.
See, that's your one flaw with having Nixus as a roommate. He's not going to be farming gold to provide you. I mean,
Well, see,
you got to get a guy
go
like
farm
me.
stuff.
You know what? That's true, and that's his duty is to farm gold, obviously.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll go follow him around and heal him, because I'll probably be a spell slinger healing him, and he'll be
Put
the
a
big
tax
bad
on him.
warrior.
Each heal is a gold, and don't die.
Yeah.
All right. Andrasi asks, do you think they'll keep the server number extremely low in order to keep the population per server high for the purpose of warplats, 40-man raids, etc.? Blank?
Server number doesn't get dictated by warplots and 40-mans. They get dictated by hardware, they get dictated by software,
Like it's
data going back and forth between servers and things like that. Warplots, we're not sure how they're all going to work and whatnot. I don't necessarily see that being a population issue at all. And raids are normally instants, so that, again, is a totally different thing. But anyways, Aegon?
Yeah, I mean, most games, they'll usually determine their server population by pre-order. Most of the games that have come out recently have underestimated, so hopefully Wildstar won't do that. I don't think it'll matter anything. They'll probably not even going to look at numbers for warplots because they'll balance out as time goes on.
All right. That's not really a question. I'm just going to skip it. I'm sorry. Fallen Angel asks, how will CREDD work if I decide to purchase it not... God, sometimes I gotta read these in advance. How will CREDD work if I decide to purchase it and they decide to throw it up, but then I run out of time on myself? Can we purchase and use the CREDD online? That's what we talked about. We don't think it'll be in-game. We think it'll be activated online, if that's what you're asking. I think that's what he's asking. Words, man. Yeah, you did speed type it. I'll agree with that. It's not everybody. Yeah, everybody always thinks like Beetle can't read well. He reads at a very low level. No, it's because you guys all type in. You're just like, no commas. I'm just gonna keep it going. And I'm not reading these in advance. So I'm just like, yeah. But Fallen stuff answers. Yeah. If you post it and if you post it up on the thing, I think you could probably cancel auction or cancel CX or whatever it is and take it for yourself if you run out of time. You know, you could you could. That's one way that a lot of people used to store things on the auction now is just place your CREDD up there for an absurdly amount price. If somebody pays for it, good for you. But if you need it later, take it down and use it.
But then why would you want to use a CREDD that you bought? Because that's $5 more than a $15 subscription.
I don't know. Ask Fallen that.
Yeah.
Well, think metagame bullcrap. I mean, I'm gonna have a sub, but let's say I decide to do something fun for my stream, and I decide, I'm gonna go a whole year just doing CREDD, buying and selling stuff, putting things up at certain times because I know people are getting ready to do stuff. It could be a thing, but honestly, somebody might decide, hey, I'm going to try Wildstar out for 3 months, and then I'm just going to use all my gold and buy CREDD. I mean, it's a possibility. I just don't. For the people that they're aiming for, like everybody that's here, more than likely we're going to have subscriptions, whether it's monthly or just a year all at once. And CREDD is going to be what we use to get extra dollar bills with in the game. And we would rarely use it for ourselves because if I've just bought 12 months worth of time at $10 a pop, if I'm buying CREDD, its in-game value needs to be... Nope, math, sorry, too hard. Next question.
All right. Math.
Well, I was just thinking, if I just bought 12 months for $10 a pop, then the cred I buy is $20 in game wise. When you're doing all your math and shit, I would only want to pop and use that cred for myself if it costs $7 worth of in-game currency. Do you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I just bought cred with gold, and it cost $7 worth. I don't mind using that cred because I could sell it for potential extra money in the future. Or I can actually save myself that $3 extra on a subscription and just tag it onto mine anyways. So, go ahead. Sorry about that.
All right. No, I think we agree. Like, and I think Angel's coming from the standpoint. It's like, I have 6 months of time, and I just bought this cred card. I'm gonna throw it up for the next six months. And your 6 months runs out. You just wonder. It's like, oh, can I just grab that? I mean, it didn't sell. No biggie. I've made $20 within the last 6 months because. Yeah, so, all right. Another question from Fallen. How do you think Tether will be used as CC? Spoke with Kadam about it, and she told me people were tethering her just out of reach of the objective and objective-based games. Yeah, that's definitely one use for Tether. Tether, blind, confusion are skills that normal people, can just kind of press whenever, and it's like, oh, shit, I'm tethered. This sucks. But the better players, your high-ranked arena players, will know, like, he's about to score and we need 10 seconds to score before them or we lose. I'm tethering him right now. These 6 guys are next to this cliff edge. I'm confusing them right now. Maybe I'll get 3 of them to run off. So that it goes back to what we've talked about previously, separating good players from great players, and that's what Tether and a lot of these blinds, a lot of these things will separate good players from great players because of situational awareness, like Blank talked about, knowing someone's coming up to gank you in mid, buy wards, save lives first. Like, if you buy wards, come on.
Just buy wards.
It's good players from great players. Tether's going to be awesome, and I hope whatever class I'm maining gets one for sure, because that's just so cool. And, like, what if you, like, tether someone, like, as they're, like, jumping somewhere, like, changing levels, and you're just, like, hanging, like, just like, ah, shit. Like, it tethered me, and I ran off the edge, and now I'm just kind of chilling. Like, that'd be cool, too. But just talking random shit. Sorry, Blank.
Tether. They showed in the video that you can attack it. So next level gameplay, do you attack your tether? Do you attack your attacker? That'll be a whole deal. I'm interested to see if you can drop a tether while somebody's trying to jump over a wall, and even though they have the resources to double jump over or sprint away, if it doesn't break it, or tethers can be broken. And also, is it a multi-tether? Do you tether one person? Do you tether a whole bunch of people? That's, I don't know, just something to mention. Their CC, one of the first thing every PvPer who wants to be hardcore with this game is going to have to learn is every other fucking class's CCs, how long they are, when they get burned, and then how to integrate that into their rotations. Because when you're playing a 2 versus 2, life is pretty easy. You know this dude's going to pop this dude's going to pop that. You get into a 5 situation, and you've got 10 people all popping stuff out, it's going to get messy quick. And, oh, dude, did he pop his? Did he pop that? I don't know. It's definitely going to be interesting. And it's not as linear as the other games that a lot of us have played.
Plus, you're not going to be able to see which CCs they've used all the time, because you'll have interrupt armor on you and you won't know which one was used unless you're paying attention really well.
It's true, too. Now, oh, wow. Why'd you have to say that? Because now I'm thinking, like, if I have interrupt armor and somebody
That's next episode. Stop it.
Oh my god, stop it!
It's next show.
Sorry.
Next
Yeah,
show.
you CC questions. We were planning on going into that. But yeah, tether probably won't work if you have interrupt armor. I'm done. Alright. Militus. Does your gut tell you that we will get the last 2 classes at PAX Prime, or do the pushback? Or are you going to get them later this fall? Nope. And Blank's writing yes, and I'm going to tell him nope. I think we are still... Or no, does your gut... Never mind. I read your thing wrong, Blank. I don't think they're going to push it back due to this, because they knew they were going to push back to 2014. They were just waiting for the right time to tell all of us. And I don't believe that will stop any of their milestones or the way they've laid out their PR releases. The PR releases have been laid out for forever, so it could still be tomorrow at Gamescom, honestly. But the last 2 classes, PAX Prime, yeah, if we don't see it tomorrow, then we'll see it at PAX Prime. They've had it planned. Blank, yeah.
Yep. Yes.
And I didn't mean slipped, J-Tal, give us some juicy stuff. Wake up. It's
Dude,
only
nobody's paying attention.
It's only 8:30.
Kadam's there, J-Tal's there, Peach. I don't know if Peach.
J-Tal says what?
Yeah.
What?
Just give us some
something
knowledge.
cool to say.
Yeah, exactly. You're fixing
The game's being worked on.
working.
Oh, feedback. Goddamn.
Anyways, so good. Last question.
All right, we're putting J-Tal.
trolled.
You have one question to tell us something awesome. Synth. We're still getting feedback. Ba 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 ba.
Bye, bye, bye.
No.
I'm making the tutorials. Okay, cool.
CRD
What?
Next question.
Sarah
Digger.
Mort, I'm making
Yeah.
the tutorials.
Making tutorials. Sweet. Don Tilly came into my office today and said the starter experience is so much better with our item changes. Well, that is a self-esteem booster, J-Tal. You're doing it right.
Good for you,
And-
J-Tal. We're going to give you a clap, buddy. There it is, right there. Good job.
Hey. Still at work at 8:30. I'll give him that. IGN did a Q&A with Stephen Frost. Frosty said, the open beta will be soon. So what do you think that means? Frost is a troll? He's
Yeah,
always been a
trolling.
down.
Yeah.
Frost is trolling hard.
Troll Frost. A Frost
Just
troll?
if it
Yeah,
actually
guys.
was Soons with an S, definite troll. If it was Soon without the S, then I'd say maybe. But if with the S, he's a troll, and I know it.
Trolling. Y'all got trolled. Did you really think? LOLOL. Dude, every one of these game developers, don't let them lie to you. Most of them are trolls. Even the community managers are trolls. They're all trolls. They're like,
Yeah.
LOLOL. So, yeah.
But yeah, so that's
J-Tal,
the
you're
end
a
of our
troll.
questions tonight. J-Tal's got a little troll in him. But those are the end of the questions tonight. We might as well give a shout out to the Carbine devs that are listening and are working late. I know what it's like
Thank
to work
you.
late, and 8 to 9s, 8 to 10s.
Yay for
At
working
least,
late.
at least they sometimes give you food, J-Tal, right? Crunch food, delicious. Nope. Sorry, Dallas. Moving to the shout-outs, closing up the show. If we did get any questions, we just close it up. Sorry. Come back next week and ask your question again if we missed you. I don't think we
Yep.
missed a ton. Blank's
Tatum.
going to move to the shout-outs and
Yep.
stuff about
We
stuff.
want to do a shout out. Community Game Night is being reloaded. There is a post, and what I was about to read just disappeared. There it is.
Delete
It's
it.
been reloaded. Again, there's going to be free to play games because Nixus has been in Canada, and their internet service providers all run on. You can have 5 megabytes a month, and he went through that just talking to us on Skype. He's having some issues, so he's trying to work that out. So right now, we got Aegon/Atomics, whatever the hell he's going by, working on Community Game Night. Check out the thread. You're going to get a link.
Oh, yeah,
shout
bump
out
it. Bump that thing.
We don't have enough thanks to go out to all the people who helped with the Gamescom stuff. I do want to do a big shout out to Screenager. Thanks for getting me the huge information bombs left and right from Gamescom. I really, really do appreciate it. I will make sure to do the same when I am at PAX Prime. Want to say big thanks to Kat for coming on to the show, for making our drinks for us, and generally being awesome with her random cat questions over at Wildstar Central, and for being an awesome member of SVG and one of our awesome casual members. As always, make sure to follow this Twitch channel, follow us all on Twitter, and like us on Facebook. And there was one, I don't think I saw her say anything, but for those of you who don't know, if you ever get a chance to send pizza to Kadam or deliver pizza to Kadam, make sure that you post it on Twitter, because it's pretty much her favorite thing about being a game developer is people
Is
realize stalking her.
being creeped on.
Yep. Yeah, pretty much.
Another
Funniest-
quick shout out, another real quick one. For those of you, I know this is a Wildstar thing. Those of you interested in Hearthstone, I do plan on streaming it Saturday and Sunday, depending on how hungover I am. Let's be honest. You can follow my Twitch stream. I believe it's just /Beetlejuice. You should be able to click on my name in chat. I'll just type something. But if anybody wants to check out Hearthstone, I'll be trying to play it well. So, yeah.
Hearthstone. Yeah, I won't be streaming it because the people who put it out are bad people who touched me in my no-no spot in my gaming community, in my gaming resume, and it makes me sad because they ruined a great game with their stupid shit. So I refuse to play it. Even though, don't get me wrong, I've watched some streams. I don't play card games. It still looks cool. Again, thank you guys for showing up. We know the news section was a little rough to get through. We appreciate you holding on through that. Make sure to tell your friends about the show. We love putting it on. And next week, I will not be here on the show.
What?
What?
Because I am going to be at PAX Dev on Thursday. I think so. I'm going to be at PAX Dev and then at PAX Prime. And I leave next Tuesday, and I don't come back till the Tuesday after that. So enjoy the show without me. I'm sure these boys and girls will do a phenomenal job. And if you're
it's
going to
gonna
PAX,
be me singing, most likely next week.
But yeah, I'm sure this document will have a lot
you
of.
and Nixus?
Yeah, me and
Yeah.
Nixus will
Wait,
probably be
Nixus
doing a
won't be here,
duet.
right?
But
No one really
if you're going to
knows.
PAX Prime, please hit me up on Twitter. It's real blank space. I'll be doing all of my communication through there. As I said, I'm going to be there for PAX Dev, which is 2 days before PAX Prime. I got a baller ass hotel room. I've got sponsor money to piss away. So hit me up. Let me know. I want to meet everybody out there that loves this game as much as I do. And I will see you at PAX Prime. And I will definitely be there for the after party. And if you're cute with big boobs, don't tell my girlfriend, but I might let you push my wheelchair. That's all I got. You guys got anything?
That was suggestive.
Yeah, just a little.
Fair.
This is the first time I heard that Blank wasn't even going to be here next week, so we got it under control, so don't even worry about it. We'll be here talking about stuff. Maybe talking about Ben Affleck. Tune in next week. You're supposed to cut.
Thanks, guys.
Take it easy,
Bye.
folks.
Bye.
Have a good
Bye.
night. Don't stay up too late, J-Tall.